Your content should be generating you some income, ma'am. Hello. Your content should be generating you income. If it is not, we are doing something wrong. Ladies, the days are over of being on these apps for free. The days are over of us not working towards our goals. Those days are over. It's 2026, okay? It's a new year. It's the year of alignment. So if you are not getting paid to be on these apps, we have a problem because you're on here all day. Something else I want you to understand is this: good morning. You should be generating income while you're asleep. I'm manifesting a life for you where you wake up and you're already sitting in deposits. We're not stressing about our finances anymore in 2026. Amen, amen. If you are not generating income while you're asleep, we have a serious problem and we're going to fix it today. Not tomorrow, not next year, 2027. No, ma'am, we're going to fix it today. Ladies, you only need one digital product in your store. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. See, you keep trying to make ebooks. You got about 6 products in your store. But the problem is you're not selling them. You only need one product. And you will sell it over and over and over again, okay? If you are not generating income from your ebook, we got a problem. We have to fix that today. Your digital product will change your entire life. How do I know that? Because it changed mine. Good morning. When I first started, you guys, 6 years ago, I lost 100 pounds. Yes, I was a very big girl. And on my weight loss journey, ladies, I learned how to eat right. I learned how to exercise. And I took all that information I learned on my weight loss journey and turned it into an ebook. And started selling it to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight too. So I took my knowledge and I monetized it. But the problem with you is you live in fear. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are so fearful of your brilliant ideas that would literally make you thousands because you're so fearful of what people will think. You're so fearful of what people are going to say. You're so fearful of looking stupid. And that fear that you refuse to let go of is the very fear that's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you trapped. And you've been living like this for so long, you don't even know that's what's going on. But we're going to fix that today. Okay? It's 2026, the year of alignments. If you are fed up of always starting and stopping and giving up on yourself, go ahead and put me in the chat. Yes, we're fixing that today. Amen, amen. If you are tired of your own BS, meaning you are tired of giving up on yourself, you're tired of procrastinating, you're tired of year after year going by and not getting anything done, go ahead and put me in the chat. Good morning. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. If you did that last year and you're ready for something different, go ahead and put me in the chat. And I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. Good morning. If you don't know anything or you only know a little bit, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. If you guys have never seen my face before, good morning. Happy Thursday. My name is Coach Jazz. I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. But not only am I going to teach you how to build this business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. We're going to build that confidence. We're going to build that follow through. We're going to build some discipline. We're going to build belief in self. We're going to build consistency. Listen, if you even thought the thoughts, if it even popped up in your head, that's because you can. God would not plant seeds in environments that cannot harvest them. I really believe that. But you're getting in your own way. So we got to fix it so that you can finally reach the goals you've always wanted and become your dream version, living her dream life, okay? I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of information this morning. Your head is going to be spinning. It would be in your best interest to take notes because if I know anything about you, you're human. You're going to forget because life, and stresses. But if you write this shit down, ma'am, if you take notes, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done. So make sure you have your pen and paper in hand. Also, one last thing, the more we interact with this live, the more TikTok will push this live to more people. And believe it or not, a lot of women are tired of their own BS. They want to start online businesses. They want to have confidence. They want to stop living in fear too. So just like this live found you, let's allow the opportunity for it to find others. So go ahead and double tap the screen, like, comment, and share the live. Good morning, good morning. If you have your pen and paper in hand and you are ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because if you're ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Go ahead and put ready in the chat. Good morning, good morning. If you have your pen and paper in hand, go ahead and put ready in the chat. While I wait for a ready, let's do an affirmation. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. Very good. Okay, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Let's go, let's go. I need somebody to put ready. I have the power to create the life I want. Amen, amen. Good morning. I have the power to create the life I want. I need somebody to put ready in the chat before we move forward. I want to make sure I'm not talking to myself this morning. Let's go, let's go. And for those of y'all who just tuned in, hello, my name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business. Thank you. So what is a digital product and how will we build the business? All right. So a digital product is something we do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't have it physically in front of you. It is all out in the cloud, okay? Ladies, you are going to create something to sell. Welcome. And that thing that you create could literally be anything. Please do not overthink. That's the problem. You're always starting and stopping, giving up on yourself. Stop doing that. Stop, okay? I told you guys when I first started, I created an ebook teaching people how to lose weight, because that's what I did. I lost 100 pounds. So I need you to think about what you already know, and you will build your business around that, okay? You could do an ebook, you could do workbooks, journals, affirmation guides, whatever you want. Yes, journals would be great. So whatever your heart desires, you will monetize, okay? Now I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life if you use them, meaning you have to execute, all right? If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and we're building our online business. The keyword of this live, you guys, is going to be execution. Good morning. The keyword of this live is going to be execution, okay? Meaning we have to do it. Gone are the days where we just talk about what we're gonna do and never follow through. Gone are the days where we have a whole journal full of information and we're not doing anything with it. In order to actually reach your goals, ladies, you have to execute, which is why the keyword of this live is execution, okay? Very good. Thank you. App number 1. So we're gonna execute. You're gonna write it down, you're gonna download it, and you're gonna use it, all right? App number 1, Canva. App number 1 right here, Canva. Good morning. You will be using this app for everything, okay? This app is about to be your best friend. You can use it for a lot of stuff. Good morning. So maybe you want to create content. Canva has thousands of video templates, Instagram reel templates, TikTok reel templates, okay? Thank you. Maybe you want to get on YouTube. I tell you guys every morning to start your YouTube channel. Maybe you're gonna listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates for you, and it's so easy to use. A cave woman can do it, okay? You will copy, paste, drag, and drop. It's not hard. And maybe you want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to make this morning. But you want it to look all professional. You want to put your branding on it, logos. Canva has thousands of ebook templates for you. Thousands, okay? You just got to use it. Now, before we get into app number 2, I want to speak to the woman on this live who's letting fear take over like she always does. What I tell you guys on this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You're trying to run away, ma'am. And you're allowing fear to say things to you like, well, Jazz, what if I'm too old? What if it's too late for me? What if I'm not tech savvy? Okay. Listen to me very closely, ma'am. You woke up this morning That's a blessing. Every day that you get the opportunity to wake up is another day that you are blessed with to work on your goals. So until you are 6 feet under, it is never too late. Number 2, you use technology all day. You are on your phone from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Do not sit up on my live and tell no tales. No ma'am. No ma'am, don't do it. You are on these apps, sending them back and forth to your friends. You're sharing, you're commenting, you're liking. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same savviness that you already have and build your online business. No excuses. And for those of you guys who are older, what did I tell y'all a few minutes ago? We're going to sell our knowledge. Since you're older, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. So you have a lot of things you could be selling. Okay, very good. Now that we got that out of our system. If you're ready for app number 2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. If you're ready for app number 2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. Good morning. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and I am teaching you guys how to build your online business. But more importantly, we're going to build ourselves. We're going to build our confidence. Ladies, you're holding yourself back. Every time you say, I can't. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow. Every time. Some of y'all could have been damn near millionaires by now. We got to fix it. App number 2. App number 2, good morning. This is AI, and you will be using this app for everything. Okay, everything. This is AI. Now they do have a premium version, which is $19.99. You don't need it. You can use the free version, okay? You will be good on free. Yes, you will be good on free, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about AI and how we're gonna use it to build our business, all right? So you wanna make content. You wanna promote your products through your content, but you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. Ask Chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you wanna start your YouTube channel, but you're a little camera shy. You're not too sure what to say in the videos. Chat will script the entire video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. Hello, this is life on easy mode. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to make this morning. But you don't know what to put in it. Chat will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds. Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business. But the problem is you live in fear and it's continuously keeping you trapped. We got to stop it. We got to fix it. So I gave you Canva and I gave you Chat. We're going to put it together and write the ebook. If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Let's go. If you are not taking notes, you are doing yourself a disservice because I'm literally about to give you prompt number 1. Remember we said the key word of this live is execution. How the heck can we execute something and we don't even know what we're doing? Because if I know anything about you, you're human. Life, stresses. So write it down. Thank you, Sherelle. Thank you, The Fulfilled. Very good. You're going to open up Chat. In the search bar, type this in. Here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. How can we execute? We don't even know what we're doing. Make it make sense. And let's do a affirmation while I wait for a got that. I am deserving of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. Good morning. I am deserving of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. Amen, amen. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of the business of your dreams. You are worthy of happiness. Stop trying to convince yourself that you're not. Okay? Don't do that. If you got that in the chat, put got that. I got to make sure we got that. Don't wait 10 minutes into the live and ask me to repeat it when you could have asked now. The answer is no. The answer is no. Come on, ladies. I need somebody to put got that in the chat. Let's go. The more we interact with this live, the more TikTok will push this live to more people, okay? Thank you, Sherelle. Very good. You're going to hit insert. Now, before we move any further, I need you to write this down. This says consistent. Good morning. I need you to write this word down, consistent. Then I need you to underline it. And then I need you to circle it. Ladies, in 2026, we are going to understand what consistent means, because I think a lot of us are very confused. So I'm going to go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of you guys think consistent means once in a while, when you feel like it. If it's a Tuesday and it's 72 degrees outside and snowing. No, that's not what consistent means. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, consistent would mean 4 out of the 7. I need you to be consistent when you are trying to reach your goals, because that's the only way this is gonna work. If you want to consistently get your paycheck, don't you have to consistently go to your job? Yes. So why would business be any different? It's not. It's not. If you want to lose weight, you have to consistently eat less food. You have to consistently move your body. Yes. I need you to be consistent with your business. That's the only way it's going to work. Now, let's make consistent easy, because life is already hard enough. So let's not make it harder. Let me tell you a secret. It is so much easier to be consistent when you choose something off the list that ChatGPT gave you that you actually like. I want you to go through the list and find ideas that you like. Because when you do things that you truly enjoy, it is so much easier to be consistent because it doesn't feel like work. And when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it. So go through the list. If chat gave you 10 things and you don't like any of the things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more. Keep asking until you find something that you want to use. Ladies, this is how we build our energy. This is how your aura starts to glow. Because when you're doing things that you enjoy doing consistently, you feel good. You feel good. And then you project that feel good energy onto others. That's how all of this works. Because now you're walking in your purpose. I can't make this up. So please do yourself a favor and pick something off the list that you truly enjoy so that you can easily be consistent, because now you're having fun, you're looking forward to it. Now it's so much easier to do it, okay? Y'all got that? Also, y'all got that before we move forward? And remember, if you don't like any of the ideas, just ask for 10 more until you find something you want to use, okay? Something else I need you guys to write down is this: money flows where energy goes. Good morning. Money flows where energy goes. Ladies, we have a toxic habit, toxic habit of giving all of our energy to any and everyone. You're giving it away. You're giving all your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your spouse. You're giving all of your energy to your parents. You're giving all of your energy to your friends, your job, celebrity gossip, whatever. You're giving all your energy away. And so by the time you're ready to sit down and work on something for you, you can't, because you don't have no energy, because you gave it all away. And that's why you feel irritated and frustrated and overwhelmed, Because you keep handing your energy to everybody. Listen, I'm not sitting here telling you that you shouldn't put your kids first, but what I am going to sit here and tell you is you matter too. You matter too. Your goals matter too. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to work on something for yourself. It does not make you a bad spouse because you want to put yourself for once first. It does not make you a bad friend because you would rather stay in for the weekend working on your business than hanging out at the hookah lounge. I need you to stop giving all of your energy away. We got to reel it on in. Bring it in. To all of my people pleasers on this live, I need you to start telling people no. No. I cannot take you to work. That is time I could be using towards my business. No. I cannot sit on the phone with you and talk to you about your problems. That is time I could be using for my business. No, I cannot loan you any money. That is money that could be going towards my business. The answer is no. In 2026, the answer is no. No, no, no. And that is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain anything. The answer is no. Because when you start telling people no, you start saying yes to yourself. And now because you're not running around here doing for everybody, you have time to do for you. You need to start keeping your energy so that you can finally follow through. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay. If you're ready for prompt number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I am teaching you guys how to build your online business. Let's go, let's go. If you're ready for prompt number 2, I need somebody to put a 2 in the chat. Let me know you're here, you're awake, you're listening. Let's do an affirmation. I have a positive impact on the world. Good morning. I have a positive impact on the world. I need somebody to put a 2 in the chat. Let's go, ladies. Let me know you're here. Let me know I'm not talking to myself this morning. Let's go, let's go. And we're not living in fear in 2026 either. We're letting all of that go. The fear's over. Thank you, Sherelle. Very good. Once you choose the digital product idea you want to use, you will then put this in chat. Write this down. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is your opportunity to ask. Ladies, the version of you who's showing up confidently, working towards her goals, staying consistent, loving herself, respecting herself, not tolerating inconsistency and toxicity into her life, she's already within you. That version of you, she's already within you. You're already there. It's just that version is covered up with all the fear and the procrastination, the limiting beliefs, the people pleasing, the lack of boundaries. We got to unleash her so that you can finally live the dream of your life. Okay? All right. Y'all got that? You're going to hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business because chat literally wrote it for you from beginning to end. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. That's it. You will copy what chat gave you and paste it into Canva. So open up the Canva app in the search bar, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to generate thousands of ebook templates for you. You will copy and paste. Just copy paste, okay? Now, when you are copying and pasting, do not overthink. Write this down. Keep it simple, silly. Keep it simple, silly. Keep it simple. If you're anything like how I used to be, you overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. And it's getting you nowhere. Nothing's getting done because you keep overthinking it. Stop. Stop. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it. Clean, simple, legible. When you are done copying and pasting, you will download it as a PDF file. Download it as a PDF. And then you will upload it to your hosting site. Write these down. Y'all better be taking notes. I'm giving y'all the tea. Your hosting sites: Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you've got all of that, put "got that" in the chat. Let's go, let's go. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are more, but these are some of the most popular ones. If you got that, put "got that" in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, go ahead and double tap the screen. The more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people who are also tired of their own BS. They're tired of lacking confidence, and they're ready to change. They're ready to build the business of their dreams too. Okay, so just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. All right, so these are our hosting sites. Okay, y'all got all that. Very good. Now, let me give y'all some tea. Listen very closely. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is that they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences. I have been doing this full time for 6 years. Made more money than I ever could have imagined. But I would be sitting here lying to you if I did not tell you that I also made a lot of mistakes. A lot. One of the biggest lessons that I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is also life advice, ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. We have got to learn financial literacy. We have got to start tallying what comes into the house and what goes out. Because if you don't fix your money problems now, you will continue to carry those money problems with you. But they will just get worse and worse. Our problems always get worse and worse until you fix it. See, I used to never understand how people could make so much money, yet be broke as hell, until I lived it. See, before my online business, I was living paycheck to paycheck. Then I started my online business, still living paycheck to paycheck, was making more, still living paycheck to paycheck. I had to realize it was me. I was the problem because I didn't have a budget. I didn't have financial literacy. Whatever Jasmine wanted, Jasmine bought. No discipline whatsoever. And I was going to continue to repeat that cycle over and over and over again, no matter how much I made, until I decided to put myself on a budget and fix it. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because these hosting sites, like other things in business, have fees. Oh, I'm going to be real. You're going to have fees when you're doing stuff and you're running your business. Yes, but do not sit up on this live and say you can't afford it. That's not true, because you be at Chipotle every day buying $25 bowls. You go to happy hour every Thursday. You are always shopping. So I don't want to hear it. You're stepping into entrepreneurship. The truth is there will be fees. And if you do not learn financial literacy now, you will continue to run into problems. You are going to have to budget your money. I use Stan Store. I love Stan, but Stan is expensive. Stan is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that yet, which is fine. All entrepreneurs had plenty of days where we didn't have no sales. If your business is not making money yet, you don't need to be on Stan Store. That's not for you. Instead, you are going to come to Gumroad, Gumroad. I want you to use this because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. Now, what I know is this. You're going to make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you're going to execute. So when you do start generating income, then bring everything over to Stand Store later. And the reason why I'm telling you Stand Store is great is because Stand Store will help you expand your business and give you features like Afterpay and Klarna. Let me tell you this, ladies. Buy now, pay later is taking over. Customers love it. They got Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, Sezzle, QuadPay. There's so many. If you have buy now, pay later options on your site, I promise you will make more. Yes, you will. But for now, you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad, start building your business, and bring everything over to Stand Store later. All right? We good on all that? Before we move forward, because we're about to talk about sales. What we just did was we took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we made the ebook. That's what we did. And now we have to sell it. And I'm going to be honest, sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we got to get this right. Or respectfully, there won't be no business. But before we get into sales, I need to make something very clear. Good morning. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook, like what we just did, that process should not take you longer than 2 hours. 2 hours. Respectfully, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. But I'm going to give you grace. And I'm going to give you 2. Oh, and on this live, I don't care about how old you are. Age ain't nothing but a number. You're not going to sit here and tell me it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it into Canva. No, it does not. But if it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a serious problem. We got to fix it today. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, this is how I know. You're a perfectionist, right? Everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You're the woman who's going to waste 6 months of her life that she will not get back because she has to try to be perfect and overthink and overanalyze. Then when she does decide to get started, she's going to take things out, put things back, get frustrated, irritated, annoyed, and give up on it yet again. Then she's going to turn around and let 3 more months go by that she'll never get back just to overthink some more and have some more OCD. And then when she does decide to get started yet again, this time she's going to go ask 20 people what they think she should do with her business. Meanwhile, the people that she's asking, they're not even business owners. And these aren't even people she would want to trade lives with. But for some reason, in her head, she cares so much about what people think. And then when they do give her their opinion, she listens. She cares. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste time that you will never get back. Ain't that sad? That's so sad. For my perfectionists and OCD overthinkers on this live, I need to tell you this. And I need you to listen to me very closely. This is gonna hurt. You are not perfect. You are flawed. But that's okay, because look, I'm not perfect. I am flawed. What you really are is scary. You're still living in fear. And on this live, we said fear stands for fuck everything and running. That's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas because you're so fearful of what people are going to think. You're so fearful of what they're going to say. So you overthink and you try to be perfect to avoid all that. But that's fear, and it's keeping you trapped because it's getting you nowhere. The business still isn't businessing, the content still isn't being created, the sales aren't salesing, the confidence ain't had, the self-respect is out the door, the boundaries, you've never heard of it, because it's keeping you trapped. On this live, I'm trying to help you fix it. It's 2026. We said this is the year of alignment. We're supposed to be fixing it this year. But I can't help you fix it if you don't change it. See, how can we bring more money into the household if you don't have a product to sell? How can customers give you their money, thank you, if there's nothing for them to get in return? They can't. So you have to launch. I'm trying to help you build confidence so you can stop giving up on yourself and not thinking that you're worthy of success and wealth. But I can't help you do that if you keep giving up. How can we build confidence if you never stick to the promises that you make to yourself? You can't. So that has to stop. So you're going to have to launch. You don't have a choice. Because if you do not launch, you will continue to not live the life that you want. See, the reason why we have all this fear, if you want to dig even deeper, is because that's self-sabotage. You are self-sabotaging. This is a you versus you problem. See, a lot of y'all want to think it's external stuff. No, it's you. You are the problem. You are the reason why. I know I'm not the coach for everybody because I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is, you are sabotaging yourself. It's not your husband. No, it's not your family. It's not your environment. It's not your job. It's you. This is self-sabotage. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we're trying to protect ourselves from feeling disappointed. Your fragile little ego cannot handle the feelings of being disappointed, meaning you put yourself out there and it fails. You try something new and you look stupid, or people talk about you. You're so afraid of feeling disappointed. So you try to protect yourself by procrastinating, making excuses, trying to be perfect. You try to protect yourself from that feeling of disappointment by self-sabotaging. Because you can't handle being disappointed. But you already said earlier that you hate your job. That's what you said. You said you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you're tired of always giving up on yourself. But every day that you live like that is another day that you still live in disappointment, because there's still things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. I'm trying to help you fix it. You gotta launch. You gotta launch. And I need you to understand and understand that the more you do something, the better it gets. Everything that you do over and over and over again always gets better and better. Your product that you launch will get better along the way too. The more you promote it, the more you talk about it, the more things you can add to it, you can adjust, it will get better. Things always get better the more you do it. You didn't always know how to walk. Now it's better. Why? Because you always do it. You didn't always know how to drive. When you first started, you was horrible. Now you're better. Why? Because you always do it. Consistency. Your product will get better along the way. All of the favorite businesses that you have that you shop with today have gotten better along the way. Look at Netflix. Ladies, Netflix did not always have a fancy app. They weren't always doing pay-per-view specials and comedian specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. They didn't have their own original movies and series. They weren't doing collaborations with Tyler Perry. Please. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, netflix.com. You can make a list of all the movies you wanted to see, and these were not their originals that were winning Oscars. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off that list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next movie off your list, you had to send that one back in the mail. They didn't wait to have all the funding. They launched with what they had, what they could afford. And as they got better, the product got better. And now they're doing what you know them to be doing today. So I don't know why you think you're above Netflix. We're going to have to bring that on in a little bit. Just like Netflix, you will have to get better along the way too. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. Hold on tight to this one. You're distracted as fuck, man. Yeah, yes you are. You are distracted AF. See, when you get off work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and building your confidence, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their baby daddies. On the weekends, when you do have time off, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you would rather not. You would rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix movies and shows for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself so you can finally have some confidence, but you would rather not. You would rather scroll on social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sending them back and forth in the group chat. These are distractions. This is escapism. Distractions are forms of escapism. And the reason why you're trying to escape is because there's things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing it, you would rather run from it. But let's take a new path because it's 26. So let's try something different because what we've been doing hasn't been working out. So let's do something new. Instead of trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and create a life that we no longer feel the need to distract ourselves from? So this is what you're going to do today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. You are going to turn the TV off. No TV. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your little friends you will talk to them later. You're building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. You don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to sit down at home. You're going to start your ebook and you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we all know you're not coming back. You never do. You will start it and you will finish it. 2 hours is all you get. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat because respectfully, ain't no point in even talking about sales if you don't have nothing to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business from scratch. If you even thought the thought, ladies, that's because you can. That's because you can. Why would God give you an idea that you couldn't fulfill? He plants seeds in environments that can harvest them. He wouldn't have planted that seed if it wasn't something you could do. So stop getting in your own way. Very good. Sales. Thank you, Daily Deposit. Sales. So let's get into sales. I told you guys a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we got to get this right. We don't have a choice. But I'm going to be honest. Most people fail at sales. They fail. But not for the reasons that you think. Don't let fear take over and say, oh my God, it's because sales is so hard. No, that's not why people are failing at sales. Because honestly, sales is easy. But people's mindset and the things that they say in regards to sales is what makes it so hard for them. We have to fix our mindset when it comes to sales because that's what's getting in your way. You might be saying things to yourself, well, Jazz, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm annoying? Or what if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. Before we get into sales tips, we have to fix our mindset when it comes to sales. The first thing I need you to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. People have a problem. You have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So whoever told you that, stop talking to them. They are sabotaging you. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to talk about your product consistently. Because if you don't, people are going to forget. Ladies, people live their own lives. People's life be life and stressing too. People are being fed content from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed every single day. They're going to forget. You have to consistently remind them so that they remember. Why do you think I keep telling you to take notes on this live? Because I know you're human and you're going to forget. But if you write stuff down, you can still do it. You can still execute. Why do you think I keep telling you guys the key word of this live is execution? You done heard me say that word about 10 times by now. Why do I keep repeating myself? So it sticks. I have to keep reminding you that the key word of this live is execution so that you remember. Because if I don't keep telling you that, you'll forget and then you won't execute. You have to consistently talk about your products and your services and how you can help people so that they can remember. You don't have a choice because they will forget. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are, okay? Everybody is well aware. They got the memo. And most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay monthly to have 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. And even though everybody knows who they are, they still remind you consistently that they exist. How? Those Amazon trucks you see on the road. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing that Amazon truck. They could have left it blank. They didn't have to make it blue and put their logo on it. They didn't have to do all that. But they did it anyways. Why? So that every time you see that truck, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes on the doorstep. They didn't have to put their logo on them cardboard boxes. They could have left them blank. But they didn't. Why? So that every time you see those packages, your brain thinks Amazon. You think they're worried about you unsubscribing from Prime because they're being so annoying? Girl, please. They know you're not going anywhere. Because you want that same day, 2-day, 1-day shipping. They have a solution to your problem. You want convenience. Problem solved. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been doing this for 6 years. I'm all over the internet. You might have found me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Threads, Instagram. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to consistently tell people about Glow Up Academy and not worry about people thinking I'm being annoying or unfollowing me or thinking that I'm begging them for money? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. Women want to learn how to build their online business. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to become consistent and follow through and stick to the promises that they make to themselves and build confidence. I teach them that all inside of Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to monetize their content and really build their online business. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about people thinking I'm being annoying. If they unfollow, I don't give a damn. They weren't ready to glow up, and that's fine. They'll come back when they are. And since I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, ladies, you are going to have the same energy and attitude about your products and services. You do not have a choice because they will forget. So you can either sink or you can swim. The choice is yours. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I am teaching you guys how to build your online business. We already made our ebook. Now we have to sell it. Thank you, Daily Deposit. Let me get some more 1s in this chat. Come on, ladies. I see you in the room. Let me know that you're listening, you're alert, you're happy to be here, you're learning. Say something, please. And also, too, let's do an affirmation real quick. I'm waiting for somebody on the other TikTok to say 1. I am strong, capable, and resilient. I am strong, capable, and resilient. Let's go, TikTok. Come on. I need this TikTok right here. Somebody put a 1 in the chat. You can do this. There's nothing that you can't do. There's no limitation on your greatness. The only limitation is the limitation you put on yourself. So stop doing that. Stop doing that. And I want to address the elephant in the room. Failure. A lot of you guys could have been millionaires by now. But because you're so afraid of failure, you haven't started. But the problem is, you don't even know what failure means. A lot of you guys are confused on what that word is. So I'm going to go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of y'all think failure means if you launch your first YouTube video, you don't get 100,000 subscribers in 24 hours and you failed. Some of y'all think that if you post your first TikTok video and you don't get 10,000 views in a week, then you failed. And some of y'all really think that if you launch your first product and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. That's what you think. But what if I told you that's not failure? See, failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel. When you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. I give up. I'm done. Then that is when you have officially failed. But if every single day you commit to just getting a little bit better, ladies, I'm not even asking for a lot, just a little bit. Just do something different today that you didn't do yesterday. As long as you do that, that's not failing. Maybe yesterday you made excuses. How about today you make none? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you record a 30-second video? Maybe yesterday you didn't move your body at all. How about today you go to the gym? Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water. How about today you drink a half a gallon? As long as we do something small towards the goal every single day, that's not failure because you didn't quit. Because you're committed, you're still showing up, you're still trying. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, and failure has you in a chokehold, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. If you just keep sticking with something, eventually you get there. See, the problem with you is you have an entitled mindset. It's entitlement. and you've set a time limit on when you think you should get the results. And if you don't get them in the time limit that you created out of thin air somewhere, then now you're mad. And now you feel like you failed. But first of all, who even told you that that timeline you had was realistic? You made that number up. Oh, I should be a millionaire in 30 days because I said so. Ladies, if you keep doing something, eventually you always get there. If you keep eating less food and going to the gym, eventually you lose weight. If you keep paying down your credit card balances and keep paying your bills on time, eventually you get good credit. Why would business be any other way? It's not. So stop quitting, and then you don't have to worry about sales. Or excuse me, you don't have to worry about failure. Okay? Good. Sales tip number 1. Y'all got that? Okay. Remember, we're going to take notes so we can execute. Sales tip number 1. Content is king, and distribution is queen. Content is king, distribution is queen. Good morning. Let's break this down so it makes sense. Let's start with the content is king portion. Okay. The way we're going to tell people about our products and services and how we can help them is through our content. Okay, so that's how we're going to get the word out, by pictures that we post, videos that we post, if we go live, long form YouTube content, whatever, streaming, all of that is content. That's how we're going to get the word out about our products and services. Okay, but remember, we have to be consistent. Content is king. We have to consistently remind people that we exist. We're going to do that through our content. That's why content is king. And we have to be consistent. Remember what we said. Consistent means more often than not. So if there's 7 days in a week, I need you posting at least 4. But before you freak out, we also said we're going to work on just getting better every single day. So maybe you're not making any content right now. Fine. Maybe you're camera shy. Okay. Well, for you, you're going to start with just recording yourself, not to post, but just to get comfortable being in front of the camera. Commit to doing 10 minutes a day, just talking to the camera, doing whatever. Then once you're comfortable in front of the camera, now we go to committing to recording 1 video that we're going to post on TikTok or Instagram, wherever you want to be. And we're going to work on posting once a week. Once you get good at that, you feel good. Now we're going to 2, then 3, and then so on and so forth. You don't have excuses on this life. We're just going to work on getting a little bit better every single day. The distribution is queen part. Not only will you post consistently, I also need you to be working on building at least 3 platforms. Got to build 3. Why? Because 1 is too close to none. Like that 1 income you have at that 1 job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be freaking out. Trying to figure out how you're going to pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it, like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out. Like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. I teach my students we have to stay proactive so we're never reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready so we never have to get ready. Now, before you think it's hard, it's not. It's not hard to build 3 platforms. Get out your head. The same exact video that you post on TikTok, you'll throw it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you want to be. The same exact video. It takes an extra 5 minutes to do. I do it all day. I promise you it's not hard. Now, which platform should you grow? That's up to you. You got a lot of options. I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok and choose 2 more. Obviously, you like this app because you're always here. Same with YouTube. If you're always on YouTube, start a YouTube channel. Now, let me give you some words of wisdom in case you didn't know. YouTube is the most watched platform. Some of y'all think it's TikTok. No, it's not TikTok. It is YouTube. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. There are more people watching YouTube than anywhere. So, I always urge and encourage my students to start a YouTube channel. Start your channel, make that one of the 3 platforms that you build, and you can thank me later. Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, I want to talk to the woman on here who's letting fear take over. I can sense it. I feel it. You're quiet. You're saying things like, Jazz, I want an online business. This sounds cool. But honestly, I don't know if I can. You're telling me to build 3 platforms. That sounds hard. You're telling me to make an ebook. That sounds hard. And you're telling me to post consistently. That sounds hard. And honestly, Jazz, I just don't know. That just sounds really, really hard. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, and let fear take over, just listen. Just hear me. I'm not the coach that's going to try to convince you of anything. I'm not here for that. So if you want to believe that posting consistently is hard, fine. I'm going to let you think it. You're right. It's hard. If you want to believe building 3 platforms, taking one video from TikTok onto Instagram, onto YouTube Shorts is so hard, fine. I will let you think that. You're right. It's hard. If you want to believe that making an ebook is hard, copying some words that AI wrote for you and pasting it into a Canva template, if you want to believe it's hard, fine. You're right. It's hard. Happy? Good. Cool. But let me just remind you of this. The life that you're currently living is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Patrice to pay Paula, that's hard. Having no confidence in yourself and not even believing that you're worthy of success is hard. And you live like that every day. But see, that's what fear will do. And you let it. Fear will convince you that you can't do any of this. And you're letting it. You let it year after year after year. How many times do you tell yourself you're going to do something and you never did it? That's fear. That's fear. And you keep letting fear keep you trapped. You know you want a better life. You feel it in your spirit, but you're allowing fear to convince you that you can't. And the crazy thing is, you haven't even tried. You haven't even tried. So you know, I say, I made a post. Yeah, but you weren't consistent. Let's just be real. Let's call a spade a spade. Okay, you were consistent for a week. Okay. Oh, okay. You let fear trap you into a life that you are not even 1,000% happy with. And you know what's even crazier? One thing that I've noticed as women that we tend to do a lot, we have a toxic habit of never giving ourselves credit where credit is due. When was the last time you even told yourself you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. There were things that took place in your life. We all had life. And in those moments when you were going through your storm, you didn't think you would overcome it. You thought it was going to all be over. But it wasn't. Because you're still here today. You've gotten through so much worse. And you're sitting here doubting your ability to copy some words from AI and paste it into Canva with the click of a button. You've got through worse. And you're sitting here today doubting your ability to record a 30-second TikTok video that you could even do facelessly and hit upload. Really? Really, ladies? Really? But that's what fear will do. And you let it. You don't even have any confidence in yourself. But look at what you've already overcome. Look at what you've already overcome. Nobody would even be able to walk a mile in your shoes. But you still get up every day pushing. And you do it just fine. And now you're letting fear try to convince you that you can't do this. That's the freaking problem. Lack of confidence. Confidence is -50 right now. That's a problem. We have to fix it. That is the problem. And I don't have to convince you of this. You can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps in worse off situations than you. And they're still showing up, working towards their dreams. There are women on these apps with more kids than you. And they're still showing up, trying to build their online business. There are people on this app who can't walk, who are damn near living in a hospital because they're always sick. And despite all that, they're still showing up, being consistent, just trying to build their business. There are people on this app who've lost it all. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. But they didn't lose hope. And despite the whole weight of the world on their shoulders, they're still showing up, posting, just trying to keep the promises that they made to themselves. Let's be real. Some of y'all don't have half them problems. Some of y'all, maybe, okay, and I'm gonna give you grace. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all are blessed as hell. You are sitting pretty right now. Yeah, life might be a little tough. You might have a problem here or there, but you're still living a very blessed life. And you see people in worse off situations than you getting it done, but you're allowing fear to convince you that you can't. That's the freaking problem, ladies, and that's what we have to fix today. It is 2026, the year of alignment, the year that you said you were going to get your ish together. We got to fix it. And look, I'm not going to tell you no tales. My online business changed my life. Whole life changed. I've been doing this for 6 years. I started during COVID. I've made more money than I ever could have imagined off of my freaking cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I don't stress about bills anymore. I have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to get up every single day doing what I love. But before all of this, before COVID, I lived a very different life. I used to be miserable, insecure as hell, depressed, anxious. I used to work a 9 to 5. I had bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year bachelor's degree. You're supposed to graduate, get a good job with stability and PTO, 401k plans. Then you live the American dream. You buy a house with a white picket fence and a dog. You have some kids. You live a beautiful life. You get to travel a couple times a year. Then you get to retire and live out the rest of your years being happy. And then you just die. That's what they said. So I said, okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go to college. That's what I did. I went off and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. My mom told me to go to school. My friends were going to school. I went to school. Got a 4-year degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. Got my first full-time job with the benefits and all of the stability. I was so excited when they offered me that position, you guys. I thought I was about to be rich. See, I was 23 years old when I got that job. They were going to be paying me $60,000 a year. That's more than I ever made in my entire life. I thought I was about to be rich. I thought this American dream was literally about to take place. I accepted the job offer and I moved out of my mom's house. I was ready to be a grown woman to do grown woman things, so I went out and got my own place. But I didn't stop there. I told you guys I had really bad spending habits back in the day, so don't judge me. We listen, we don't judge. I do what most Americans do. I had to upgrade my new life to match my new upgraded job. I went out and got me a brand new car. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand, okay? Got me from point A to point B, C, D, E, and F. But it was old. No leather seats. No push to start. No touch screen on the dash. I had to upgrade. So I got me a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line. Couldn't tell me shit in my car. $450 a month. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time your girl paid all of her bills for the month, I was broke. Broke, busted, disgusted. Paycheck to paycheck. Robbing Patrice to pay Paula. I couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I was broke. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I didn't think the government seriously wanted their money back. I thought everybody had student loans and they just pay them when you get it. I didn't think it mattered. Oh no, the government is serious about getting their money back and they're not playing with you. See, they'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't call, they won't send letters, just focus on getting a job. We'll talk business later. But best believe once you graduate, once that 6 months pass, they're sending letters to the house because they want your tax returns, because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, no kids, they said I should be able to afford $400 a month. I said, what? They didn't tell me this crap in high school, they don't care. That's the price, $400 a month. And it's not up for negotiation. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped into one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford them, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments off of some freaking student loans. My credit was shot. 520. So much for my American dream. Big house, white picket fence with a dog. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. Excuse me, I hated my job. I I hated my job. You guys, college didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what kind of war zone I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up very sheltered. Okay, I didn't know too much about people back then in my early 20s. I thought everybody treated everyone with love and kindness and respect. No, not in corporate America. See, they told me in the interview that they were all one big happy work family. That's what my supervisor said. That everyone gets along, everyone cares about each other, and we're all just one big happy family and we love each other. So I went in there thinking that's what was going on. No, they don't like you. And I had to find out the hard way. See, they'll smile in your face, they'll kiki and caca with you in the break room, but they don't like you. They'll invite you out to happy hour off the clock. They'll text you off the clock, and they'll invite you to their house all off the clock, but they don't like you. They'll even invite you to their weddings and their baby showers, but they don't like you. They'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks with you in the break room and the Secret Santas, and when it's your birthday, everyone comes together and buys you a gift with their money. But they don't like you. And best believe when someone wants to be promoted, they will tell management every single thing that you said. They will stab you in the back, even make up some shit. I made it to most hated list in that department. And just so you know, I worked with all women, and I was the youngest one there. I was 23 when I started. The next youngest person was 31, and I thought we were sisters. That's what she told me. No. I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get the hell out of that job. Nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke, really bad credit, miserable at my job. For the first time in my entire life, at 23, I felt trapped. Ladies, if you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself extremely blessed. I wouldn't wish that feeling on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. You could try to have a positive mindset all day, but it feels like nothing but negative ass crap from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. You can try to pray to God so he can help you get out of the situation, but it feels like he's not listening. It feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not fixing it because you're still waking up with the same problems. You can try to work overtime or get a part-time job so you can catch up on some bills and get a little extra savings money so you're not so damn stressed. But just when you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, just when you start to save $100, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. It's always something. And no matter what you do, it feels like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. That's how trap feels. And that's how I felt for 6 years. I was miserable. I became depressed. I used to pull up at that job and sit in the car and cry before I even clocked in. Every day. I started to develop anxiety. I never had anxiety in my entire life. Now I got anxiety. I got butterflies in my stomach. I can't seem to shake. I started bringing my job home with me. You ever did that? So you've already clocked out, okay? You're at home where you should be at peace. But you can't be at peace because you're still replaying conversations that happened at work. These people have taken over your mind. That's what that feels like. I started to become paranoid because I was so desperate for that job and I had all these bills I couldn't afford to pay. I depended on that job. I started to get paranoid. So now I'm at work thinking everyone's out to get me, trying to fire me and destroy my life. And to cope with all of that misery and anxiety and depression, I started drinking. I didn't know how else to cope. I couldn't even sleep anymore. It was first just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves, but it quickly spiraled out of control. I started drinking every day. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm telling you any of this is because if any of my story resonates with you, then you are already doing something hard. Ladies, crying all the time because you're so unhappy with the direction your life is going in right now, that's hard. Stressing over bills and worrying about if they're gonna cut your lights off is hard. Seeing other people live a life that you know you want and not working towards that is hard. And you do that every day. And listen, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests, okay? My life was on repeat. It was literally get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat, week after week, month after month, year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing as shit. But now I get to get up every single day doing what I love to do. I love motivating women. I love inspiring women. I love helping women become their highest version because that's the journey I went on. That's the knowledge that I have. So I give it to the world. And the fact that I get to get up every single day doing what I love, that's happiness. That's joy. That is peace. That is purpose. And the beauty with having online business, you can do anything. You see it for yourself. I don't have to convince you of this. There are people on these apps, you see them for yourself doing the darndest things. How many times have you scrolled on your For You page or your YouTube newsfeed and you saw the darndest things going on? And you're sitting there saying, they get paid to do this? Yes, millions. How? Because they decided to try. Because they decided to let go of fear. See, you're still living in fear and you're unwilling to try. And let me tell you something else so that I can make sure this really sticks with you. If you're still on the fence, you realize you spend more time at work with people that you don't even like than you do with your own family who loves and adores you. Yes, you do. Especially if you work 8 hours or more. See, I literally work 9 to 5. What should only be a 20-minute drive to work is an hour because I'm stuck in traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, plus 8 hours at work, plus your 1 hour lunch break. That's damn near 11 hours out of your day gone. Gone. By the time you do get home, you are drained. You are exhausted. You are defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse, and for those of y'all who have kids, before you have to put everybody to bed, just to do it all over again the next day. Just look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. Sunday, not so much. Nope. Because you got to prepare for the work week. You got to cook. You got to clean. You got to go to the grocery store. You got to do laundry. You have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. You've allowed fear to run so deep into your veins that it has convinced you that there is absolutely nothing special about you. And you believe that, failing to realize there is something very special about you that you should be monetizing. life is meant more than paying bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make someone else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. Look, I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but mine is this. The God who made me, the one who loves me, why would he want me stressed out about bills all the time? Why would he want me crying all the time? Why would he want me to feel so hopeless in life that I don't have anything else better to do but drink? Why would he want me to feel that way? He didn't. I used to believe there was nothing special about me too. But there was something special about me. And he allowed me to find it. And he allowed me to monetize it. There's something special about you too. Sometimes life has a tendency of beating us down. Sometimes life will just life and stress will just stress. And somewhere on our journey, we lose our light. Maybe it was a toxic ex, maybe it was toxic family, toxic friends. It was something that happened along the way. And now your light is damn near dim. And you don't think there's anything special about you. But there is. But in order to get that life, you gotta let go of the fear. Because year after year, fear continues to steal your dream life from you. That fear that you refuse to let go of continues to steal that confidence from you. You can have anything you want in this world. The only limit is the limitation you put on yourself. And if you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God would not give you ideas that he didn't believe you could do. You gotta let go of the fear. Sales tip number 2. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. What's a form of self-love? Drinking your water, prioritizing your sleep, getting your steps in, speaking your affirmations to yourself, doing something that makes you happy. Yes. Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust, okay? So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. And if they don't trust you, not gonna buy. So how do we get people to like us? Okay. How do we get people to like us? You're gonna do that through your content, okay? In your content, I want you to be relatable and I want you to be authentic, okay? The reason why some of you guys struggle with building your community, for those of you guys who have tried, is because you're trying to be perfect. Failing to realize that people cannot relate to perfection because nobody is perfect. So you are literally doing yourself a disservice. I want you to just be yourself. I just want you to be yourself. I want you to open up. I want you to be authentic. Stop trying to be what you're not. And that is how you will build your community. And the reason why it's important to build your community is because the community that you build, those will be the people who buy your digital products. And before you let fear take over and say, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. That's impossible. Get that fear out of here, okay? There are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you, okay? And I used to be fearful of this too, okay? Before I started, I didn't realize there's a whole world outside of the US, okay? That's where I'm from. When you post your content, it goes everywhere. People all over the world are able to tune in and listen to what you have to say. You would be surprised at how many people are struggling with the very thing you could help them with. And they need you. But you're depriving them of the content because you won't post, because you won't get out your head. What if I let fear take over and I didn't go live this morning? Then those of you guys who are watching wouldn't have been able to hear this message. You wouldn't be able to receive it because I wouldn't have been live. But that's literally what you're doing to other people. I have people inside Glow Up Academy from all over the world. The UK, Australia, Canada, Jamaica. I had a woman join from France last week. I haven't been in none of them places. But I was still able to connect with people because I showed up. I just posted. So that's what I need from you, okay? Okay. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to know us? Okay. I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it is the best. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect, engage, and interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all are hard-headed. Y'all gonna say, Jazz, that's great, but I don't wanna go live. I'm gonna just say, fine, don't. And yes, you can go live faceless. If you don't wanna go live, don't go live. But let me just remind you of this. You also said you didn't wanna go to work. You said you were fed up there. You said you were tired of feeling overworked and underpaid. Well, I can promise you this. If you go live consistently and with structure, you will make more on live than you ever made at that dusty ass job. And I don't have to convince you of this. You see it for yourself, especially on TikTok. People on TikTok are selling. All day, all night. The internet never sleeps. Thousands of creators are selling. So go live. Now, some of you are like, well, I would. I'm just a little live shy. I'm not against it. Okay. Let me tell you this. For my live shy ladies, the only reason that you're live shy is just because you don't have much experience going live. Maybe you went live 6 months ago, you haven't been live since. It's just because you don't have any experience. It's not because you suck at life. It's not because anything's wrong with you. You just don't have any experience. We have been on this live for 94 minutes. And if you're still here, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have left with everybody else. So trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. I can't make this up. Everything that you do over and over and over again always gets better. Always. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. You didn't always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. So just imagine if you kept going live. Oh, I can't make this up. Now we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? All right. There is a reason why I am telling you to post every day. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post every day is because the more people see you, the more people begin to trust you. I don't know if you know this or not, if you're living under a rock, but people work hard for their money. Consistency builds trust. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to prove that you are trustworthy, which means you have to show that you are consistent. Consistency builds trust. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. First, what we have to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that anyone can tell you that you don't already know. Fine, I'm not going to convince you otherwise. Just know pride always comes before the fall. Now, for those of y'all who can remove the ego and the pride and you recognize there's room for growth and improvement, I am talking to you. What we're going to do is go to our profile and we're going to ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Now, I need you to ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, please be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I'm saying it should not be confused is why people are not buying from you yet. But the reason why I say yet is because you can fix it. It can be fixed. Ladies, that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty with everything we've talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. You just choose not to. See, I recognize that I'm not the coach for everybody because I'm about to tell you about yourself. I'm about to tell you the truth. But the truth will set you free. But not everybody can handle the truth. You choose not to fix it. If it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, then just fix it and make it clear so that when people go to your profile, they know what they're getting into. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. Just go live consistently. You choose not to. If you are lacking confidence in yourself and you don't believe you're worthy of success, fix it. I already told you how. Keep the freaking promises that you made to yourself. You choose not to. You choose not to fix it. And that's why things don't get fixed. And a lot of you guys believe that how things are today is how it will always be, failing to realize that you can fix it. See, that's called a trapped mindset. A lot of you guys believe you're trapped. I used to think that too, okay? And you've been living in this trapped mindset for so long that you don't even realize that you're living in it, failing to realize that you can fix it. I used to convince myself I was trapped at that 9-to-5 I told you about. Yeah, I really believed that. And I operated like I was trapped there, failing to realize I was never trapped. I just had too much ego. I didn't want to move back home. I could have moved back home. I didn't have to stay. But I thought I had to. I thought I was trapped. So instead of fixing it, what did I do? I made excuses, I threw pity parties for myself, I cried and complained and vented and talked about woe was me and procrastinated, failing to realize I could have fixed it years before I did. I refused to do the one thing that would have changed my entire life, which was leave. I had a trap mindset. A lot of you guys have trap mindsets. And you don't realize that you can fix it. You see, some of y'all think that you can't fix it until you get more information. You believe that you're lacking information. And if you just had more information, then everything could fix itself. So you'll sit here for hours and you'll watch TikTok lives, you'll bounce around to different YouTube videos, just trying to get more information, failing to realize most of you guys are not lacking information. You are being fed information from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. A lot of y'all have too much information. Your problem is not lack of information. Your problem is lack of implementation, meaning you never execute, which is why I made the key word of this live, execution. You are the woman who constantly talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who continues to complain and vent. You are the woman who throws pity parties for herself instead of just getting up and fixing it. Get up, fix what you're not happy with. You are the woman who would rather talk about what she's going to do next year. That is you. But until you execute, nothing for you will change. And I don't have to convince you of that. You see this for yourself. What has changed? Because the business still is not businessing. The content is still not contenting. The sales aren't salesing. The confidence is -10. The self-respect is out the window. You let everybody disrespect you. You ain't got no boundaries. You people pleasing like crazy. Nothing is going the way it's supposed to be going. Because you won't fix it. You never do. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep living like that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. You keep giving up on yourself, starting, stopping for years. This has been going on for years. You're going to have to fix it. You're going to have to change. Because the version of you, who you are today, is not aligned with who you want to become. See, you're already inside. You can become the woman who's confident, showing up, being consistent, having discipline, setting boundaries for herself, living in her purpose. That's already within you. You can have that. It's not out of reach for you. That version of you is already within you. But the problem is she's buried under all of the excuses, all of the procrastinating, all of the limiting beliefs. All of that has to change so that you can finally become that version that you've always wanted to become. You're gonna have to change. And some of y'all know that you have to change, but you believe you have all this time to just bullshit. You have become so entitled to time. And you believe you'll always have it. But my question for you is, who told you that? Who told you you'll be here 6 months from now? Where did you get that from? Who told you you'll be here 5 years from now? Who told you that? Time is not guaranteed. That is your most precious asset. Why? Because you'll never get it back. All of the years that you waste, you will never get it back. You are getting older. You are not getting younger. And you are not entitled to time. And I don't have to convince you of this. You see this for yourself. How many times per day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, it is already 8 o'clock. Wow, it is already 5 o'clock in the evening. Wow, it is already 2026. How many times a day did you do that? All day. so you see for yourself how fast time is moving. And you still choose to waste it. And my question still remains, how much longer do you want to keep living like that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. You are going to have to change. You don't have a choice. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow in my own journey. This is tough. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. So for those of you guys struggling financially, your finances is a direct reflection of the choices you make. I didn't want to accept that. That was tough. Because I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. But I thought the reason I was living paycheck to paycheck was because I didn't make enough money. That's what I thought. I thought when I had my 9 to 5, I just didn't make enough. And once I made more money, all those problems would go away. They would just fix themselves. Ladies, problems never fix themselves. Let's just be clear. They always get worse until you decide to fix it, until you decide to change. See, I grew up in a household where there was no financial literacy. I came from a single parent household. My mom just doing the best she could. Struggle. So I carry that same struggle energy, same struggle mindset into my adult life. All I knew was struggle, paycheck to paycheck. Spend more than you have. And I carried that same energy into my business. Struggle, paycheck to paycheck, spend more than you have. No budget, no discipline, no financial literacy whatsoever. And it got worse. Broke as hell, making $20,000 and $30,000 a month. How is that possible? Because I had no budget. Whatever I wanted, I bought. There was no discipline. There was no telling myself no. And that was the problem. It didn't matter how much I made. If I didn't fix it, I had to change. I had to change. It was getting worse. I had to put myself on a budget. I had to fix it. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. Now, some of y'all might want to argue with that. Jazz, it's not my fault. How can I get ahead in this economy when rent prices are the way they are? I hear you. But your finances are still a direct reflection of the choices you make. I'm gonna tell you how. Ladies, times have been hard. Rent prices, food prices have been on the rise for years. This did not happen last night. And every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It would be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. And what did we say? Our community is who buys our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to make excuses. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that will change your entire life. And my question for you still remains, how much longer do you want to do that? Because you already see where it gets you. It gets you nowhere. You have to change, ladies. You gotta fix it. And listen, I am not perfect at all. The version of me that y'all see today is a reflection, a direct reflection of all of the changes that I've made. You know, I used to be 100 pounds overweight. Yeah, I lost 100 pounds. I did it the old-fashioned way. I had to eat less, move my body. I kept it off for 3 years. I used to be full of excuses. I had an excuse for the excuse. I used to procrastinate too. Yes. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just start later. And later never came. I used to be my own worst critic. Yeah. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. Damn, Jazz, why are you so freaking stupid? You could have did that better. What the hell is wrong with you? That's how I used to talk to myself all day. How could I be a successful entrepreneur when I'm talking to myself like that? I couldn't. It had to change. Some of y'all are horrible to yourselves. And then you wonder why you feel the way you feel. You don't feel good because you don't talk to yourself well at all. You would never talk to a child like that. But for some reason, in your head, it's okay to talk to you like that? Absolutely not. The self-respect, where is it? We gotta fix that. Today. I used to be distracted as hell too. I used to love binge watching Netflix and Hulu all weekend, not doing anything. The biggest distraction that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit, it would have just went away. It would have just fixed itself. No, it got worse. I told you guys, ladies, your problems never get better. They get worse until you fix it. See, at least when I had my job, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, I quit during COVID. Everything is shut down. I had nothing but time to drink. So I took full advantage. And see, I quit my job on a whim. I didn't have a savings account. I had just bought a house 6 months before I quit. All my money went to my down payment. I had nothing left. But I was fed up of being there. I had been there for 6 years. I was done. I was fed up. I put in my 2-week notice. I was out. And I believe God planted the seed and told me, Jazz, the time to quit is now. Quit, quit, quit. So I quit. I had a little bit of stimulus. I had about $2,000. I don't have any kids, so I didn't have much to work with. But my goal was I was going to live off of that for a couple of months, maybe stretch it out, pay some bills late, whatever. And then my business will be taken over by then. And then everything will just make sense. That was the plan. I was going to start my online business. So I did what a lot of you guys do. Watching all the TikTok coaches, watching the YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Monetization, digital products, content. But it's not working. I'm not making sales and nobody's watching my videos. I'm getting pissed. See, I told you guys earlier, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. I was telling myself I was being productive and do all I can, but I wasn't because I was always drunk. But I didn't want to admit I was the problem, so I blamed the algorithm. I said it's the algorithm's fault. It's not pushing my content. It doesn't like me. That's what I was saying. And then I'm getting pissed off at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. I'm running out of money and I'm getting stressed. I had to make a payment arrangement with the lights. If I don't pay the bill at this time, they're going to cut my lights off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're going to start the process of foreclosing on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year yet. I'm stressed out. I didn't want to admit that I had a problem. I didn't want to say to myself I was an alcoholic. I didn't want to admit that. I didn't want to say that out loud. I felt embarrassed, shame, guilt. I didn't want to sit with that. So I didn't. I just chose to lie to myself some more. I convinced myself that as long as I didn't start drinking until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with liquor, I'm good. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But it's like you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. You can't keep running from God. Eventually, He's going to make you sit down and listen. See, a lot of times we don't want to hear God. We say we do, but we really don't. Those ideas that God gives you, that's God planting seeds in your head. He wouldn't plant seeds in an environment that couldn't harvest them. That's God talking to you. And I also believe God is within you. He's not at the church. He's within you. That's why you get those ideas. That gut feeling, that intuition you get. That's God talking to you. But like I said, we never want to hear from God. We say we do until He talks to us, then you don't. You don't want to hear from Him because how many ideas has He already given you that you didn't do anything with? How many times have you gone against your gut just to find out later you were right? Because you never listened. I didn't want to listen. But eventually, He gonna make you listen. And I'll never forget. I was sitting in bed just crying. I was stressed. I thought I was about to lose my house. I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. And He asked me, He said, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true, I had. He said, the opportunity is literally right in front of you, but you're wasting it. So what are you gonna do? You gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you gonna change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales. All because I decided to change. I started to have confidence. I stopped being so mean to myself and started saying nice things to myself, like, Jazz, I'm proud of you. Jazz, you can do this. Jazz, you're doing great. I started to feel so good about myself. All because I decided to change. See, What a lot of people don't realize, and what I didn't realize back then, was this. In order to get something, you have to give up something. Let me say that again. In order to get something, you're going to have to give up something. You can't have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up fear and negative self-talk. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God for $60K a year to help me replace my job. But I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, if you could help me make $45K a year, I'll make something shake. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. Thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subs. I thought that was a lot. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subs. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling bad about myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I feel good about myself. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then wasn't aligned with who I was asking him to make me become. I wanted to be confident. I wanted to live life on my terms. I wanted to have purpose. I wanted to help people in the way I wanted to. I didn't want to care what people thought about me anymore. I didn't want to be a people pleaser. I didn't want to lack boundaries. That's what I wanted. But the version of me, that's not who I was. See, this version that y'all see today, she was already within me. It was already there. But again, I was buried under fear, limiting beliefs, procrastination, negative self-talk. And until I changed, I wasn't going to become this version today. But once I did, I became my dream woman. And yeah, fine. Maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. Okay. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. You want to call change hard? Fine, you're right. It's hard. But you want to know what else is hard? Living a life you're not 1,000% happy with. Been there. Done that. That's hard. Crying every day because you're not happy is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Not having confidence in yourself because you keep breaking the promises that you make to yourself is hard. I've been there. I've done that. And I know. I've lived both hearts. And despite everything, I will always choose this hard. Because this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with happiness. It comes with confidence. It comes with income. So you're gonna have to decide. Do you want to keep living the life that you're living now? Or do you want to change? And never forget this. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. There's no limit to your greatness. The only limit is the limit that you put on yourself. You're gonna have to fix it. You're going to have to change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you fix it. I want to help you change. Now, I can only help people who want it. I don't have the power to help those who don't, and I'm not willing to. If you're 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, then respectfully just keep doing what you're doing. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If you like it, I love it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to fix it, I want to help you change. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. Whatever you want to do. You want to sell an ebook? Fine, I'll teach you. You want to grow your YouTube, your Instagram, and your TikTok and be monetized so you get paid for views as well? Fine, I'll teach you. All of my platforms are monetized. Maybe you want to sell your e-course. Maybe you want a private community. Fine, I'll teach you. You want to do TikTok affiliate marketing? Fine. TikTok shop? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. Every single thing that you need to be successful with your online business is inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. Together, we're going to build your confidence. We're going to build your follow-through. We're going to build your discipline and your consistency. We're going to build your new standards for your life. So not only do you start something, but you follow through. See, some of y'all still believe that the only thing missing is information. But it's not. Because I could tell you exactly what to do to monetize your YouTube in 4 months, like how I have done and how several of my other students have done. But you're not gonna do it because you don't think you're worthy of it. I could tell you exactly what to do to go live on TikTok and convert sales, but you're not gonna do it. Why? Because you don't believe you're worthy of success. I could tell you exactly what to do to build your Instagram, but you're not gonna do it because you lack consistency. It's you. You have to change. So instead of allowing another year to go by with no changes, let's finally fix it and change it together. Inside Glow Up Academy, we're going to build our business and we're going to build ourselves. There's things that you got going on in this pretty little head of yours that we have got to fix, because you can no longer keep holding yourself back. Now, before I let you guys join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Why? Because believe it or not everybody has the same journey. Some people have a product, no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas. We gotta lock in on one. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. Sometimes we spread ourselves too thin and you have 50 business ideas you're working on, but nothing's getting done. Money flows where energy goes. We're gonna put all of our energy into your most favorite idea, one, and we will grow that. And then once that one is flourishing, we'll come back into the pile and build another. Some of you guys have no clue what you want to do, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at on your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. So I cap it at 10. Once we reach 10 members, I take the link down. Nobody else can join until I'm ready to accept more people. Number 2, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. I can only help people who want it. I'm not interested in forcing change upon anyone who's 1000% happy with their life. Women who want it, they move. They move. That's who I'm here to help. I'm not here to force you. I'm not here to pull your hair, okay? So when this timer starts, just move. Don't waste time. One last thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. Once you're in forever. You will always have access to our Sunday live resets. You will always have access to our Thursday evening coaching calls. You will always have access to ask me any questions that you have, anything that you're struggling with, whatever. Plus all of the updates that I do every single month. Once you're in forever. Okay, it's lifetime access. I typically sell Glow Up Academy for $5.97. 4 women joined this morning. Glow Up Academy is moving. It is getting big. And this was before the discount was applied. They paid $5.97 each for lifetime access. But because you guys sat here, you took notes, you asked questions, and you promised you were going to execute, I'm going to take the price down. And I will leave the price down for 10 minutes. But once that timer goes off, the price goes back up to $5.97. You can use Afterpay and you can use Klarna to break that payment up. So you can still get the discount and still be in forever, okay? The discount will be $249, lifetime access. But once that timer goes off, ladies, we are back up to $5.97. So you have to move. Don't waste time. I'm gonna show TikTok how to join, and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. All right, TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile. You're gonna click on my link right here that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Now, TikTok number 1, that's my main TikTok, so it does not look like this. However, the link is still the same, okay? You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. You're gonna click this red button that says open. And you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It's already marked down to $249. You will scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. You will enter in your name, quadruple check your email address. Ladies, what you put in is where it's going. I cannot stress this enough. You will be receiving 2 emails. The first one is Stan. The second one says Jasmine Spencer. That is me, okay? But the emails are going with what you put in. So please make sure you quadruple check your email. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you, all right? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up. And then you'll click Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving those emails, okay? If you did not, that's because there was a spelling mistake. But no worries, we will fix it all on here. Do not leave my live until you confirm to me that you received your email, okay? Because I don't know if you made a spelling mistake if I don't know your email. So I need you to confirm that you received the email, okay? Let me show you again, and then I'm gonna show YouTube. Okay, one second. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button right here that says open. And then click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a little bit different. You have to leave my live and you're gonna come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, same thing. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. Enter my name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna and then click Start My Glow Up. Same thing, within 30 seconds, you should be receiving that email. Okay? 1 second, Ashley, check your email for the invite link. Okay, because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. It is lifetime access. The second email that says Jasmine Spencer, that's from me. I am Jasmine Spencer. I want you to click on that invite link. It's gonna take you right inside Glow Up Academy. There's no monthly subscriptions. No, okay? That's why you're getting that second email, because it's lifetime access. So once you're in forever. That's why I need you guys to click on it, okay? So I need you to confirm that you received that email. Now, once you guys are inside, as soon as I get off of live, I hop right inside and start talking to my students. When you're inside, make sure you check your inbox. You'll have a message from me. Before you go to bed tonight, I need you to respond to that. You guys have access to ask me any questions, anything you need feedback on. The inbox is right here up at the top, okay? So please make sure you respond to my message so I know how to help you. I need to know what you're struggling with. What have you tried? What have you not? All of the things, okay? So please make sure you let me know. Now, while you're waiting for me to come inside and start talking to you, go to the classroom tab. Okay. Once you're in the classroom tab, I want you to start here where it says welcome and orientation. All right. I have a 7-day orientation for you. Short video, short homework assignment for each day. Why are we doing this? Okay. I already know that you can do anything and all things that you put your mind to. But I need you to know that because you have a habit of always giving up. You have a habit of starting things and not following through. We have to fix that. Glow Up Academy is a space where we change. So the reason why I have a 7-day orientation for you is because I have something for you to do every single day towards your business and your knowledge. Let's go, nature. Come on in, okay? So I need you guys to complete that. I need you to complete it. The videos are short, they're to the point, but I need you to prove to yourself that you can start something and finish. Because as you start and finish, you build belief in self. You prove to yourself that you can start and finish. And that's the same confidence that's gonna carry you through your business journey, okay? So that's why we do that. Now, once you finish, Glow Up Academy is beautiful because you choose your path. You choose where you want to go. So if you're ready to start your business, go to the Business Building Vault. I walk you through how to create your digital product, how to upload it to your hosting site, how to price it, okay? And how to use Canva. So for those of you guys who have no experience or very little experience with Canva, I walk you through how to customize stuff, change colors, add pictures, all the things, okay? I also walk you guys through how to set up your LLC, your S Corp, your C Corp, how to file your business taxes, and how to build your business credit. Maybe you already have a product, but you're struggling to make sales. I want you to go to the Marketing Mastery Vault. Okay, I walk you guys through how to grow your community, what kind of things to make sure you're saying in your videos, how often to post, what to post, okay? Maybe you want to work on your mindset. Maybe you lack boundaries. You don't have discipline yet. You're not accountable. You're lacking confidence. Maybe you people please. Fine, go to the Mindset Motivation Vault, okay? Maybe you want to work on your self-care. You never prioritize yourself. You never put yourself first. I need you to go to the self-care vault so we can start fixing that, all right? Maybe you want to grow your TikTok. You want to go live on TikTok and convert sales. Go to the TikTok vault. You want to grow your YouTube channel, YouTube vault. The Instagram vault, okay? You want to be a faceless creator, go to the faceless vault, all right? So everything that you need is in here. Everything, okay? And you get to choose your path, okay? Also, make sure you guys join us for our Thursday coaching calls. And for those of you guys who are joining today, our new member activations are on Tuesday. So you'll be in the next one, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. And even if you cannot make it, that is fine because you still get access to the replays. So you never miss anything. Not inside Glow Up Academy, whether you got to work, you got to do stuff with your kids. You are never by yourself, okay? I'm still waiting on Ashley to confirm she received her email. Jayla, check your email for me, Jayla. Ashley and Jayla, I'm not sure which live you guys are on. Y'all know how we roll. I really need y'all to make sure that you let me know you received your email. We have 5 minutes left and then I'm closing it out. And once we're out, the price is back up to $5.97. For those of you guys, listen, you were here. You could have been anywhere on the internet, but you chose to stay here. Why? Because I was able to connect with you. I was able to resonate with you. I was able to speak to you. But what I know is this: if you do not join Glow Up Academy, my voice will fade. And eventually, within a few hours, you're gonna forget about 95% of what I said that you connected with. Don't let this be the end of our connection, okay? One more time, TikTok, click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button right here that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? YouTube, same thing. Leave my live, you're gonna come to my channel, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, same thing. Become the woman who actually follows through, okay? Perfect, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get off of here. For those of you guys who joined, I'm hopping in now. For those of you guys who didn't, that was your choice. But do not get confused when things don't change. They're not changing because you choose not to change it. Glow Up Academy was open for you. You chose not to take advantage. That's fine, but don't complain, okay? Keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you guys follow me if you have not already. They do steal my videos, so please don't get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled. And I will see you guys later. Bye, TikTok number 2. Bye, TikTok number 1. And bye.